What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with a match reaction. Standard stuff today. Good stuff. Nice routine win, but we made it look routine. We were good today. Very, very good. Cardiff, for all that bite they were offering before the game, they offered nothing. They offered absolutely nothing today. We absolutely took care of them today. Great result, and we move on. See you later, everyone. No, I'm only joking, of course. You know the drill, people. Please, on your way in, if you're watching live, if you're watching replay, please hit the like button. Really is the best way to help out the channel. Subscribe, and of course, drop your comments and thoughts below. Owen here saying, happy we won and kept a clean sheet, which is a good thing. But leaving the sub so late again is crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, listen, Peru getting charity minutes now, bro. Oh, sad. 16 million, and we're giving him 2 minutes a game now. Oh boy. Yeah, Ryan here, games we should and need to win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. It was pretty standard today. It's a game where you go in a way, if you're serious about promotion, you've got to win. But I think we did it with style today, and it's that thing again where the class that we've got in the starting lineup should outdo a lot of championship clubs. It should outweigh whatever they've got, whether it's grit, fight, low block, whatever it is. And we did that today. And you know what was really good as well, people? And I just want to say before I forget, it was nice that, except for the third goal, that was a nice break. But the first two, scrappy goals. It's nice that we haven't had to make an opening and have a curling shot into the corner. Get scrappy goals. That's what it takes sometimes. And I'm really glad that's happened. Sean here, cruise control in the first half, second half was a bit boring. Yeah. I hear it. But listen, we've seen it before under Daniel Farke. When we've taken control of the first half, he pretty much puts the brake on and says, second half, let's just control the game. We don't really go and step on people's necks. We just control the game, don't we? It would be nice if we could put one of these teams away 5-6 one time, but I don't know if it's going to happen with this manager, I've got to say. Dean also mentioned in the subs, subs got 3 minutes today, not good enough. I hear that. Yeah, Gavin here saying 3 home games now. Yeah, Nige D, Gruev and Kamara, excellent. Yeah, Kamara, I mean, his press to set up one of the goals, magnificent. That's what he's about. That's his main thing. I know a lot of people talk about his shooting and everything else like that, but that is Kamara's quality. Press from the front, started the move off. Somerville was intricate into those spots as well in the goals. Missed the penalty today, but overall, again, just a dangerous threat and a level above a lot of what's in this division. Probably, in fact, if anything, it's him and Jorginho tied. Gavin here saying Gruev getting minutes, and Benny echoes that. Yeah, Gruev was good today. They were good. And Darren here saying Cardiff awful. I hear that though. Hassan saying, hey, evening KG, my stream was buffering that much I could have watched Spartacus and Schindler's List. Great result. I tell you, one of the feeds I had, especially in the first half, I don't know, it was definitely the Welsh side, but there was like an old man, a female baller, and I swear, I may be going nuts, but I swear there was an 8-year-old kid talking. I'm not lying to you people. I swear there was an 8-year-old talking. He was, shout out to him, man. He's getting involved early in the game. I respect it, but I swear he was about 8. Yeah, Bubba here saying happy for Georgie getting that goal. Ampadu slots in at centre back seamlessly. Well, yeah, Bubba, he is, even though defensive midfield is his best position, he's played centre back many times in his career. He's been both, so it should be a seamless transition for him. But as you saw today, and look, let's go into the team. The lineup is what it is. Oh, Gray. I need to mention that Gray pass. Oh man, that's why we're missing him in the midfield, by the way, because he's got that creativity in his locker, and it's kind of being suppressed at right back. But he got forward today, and he flicked one up to Dan James. It's perfect, and Dan James proceeds to hit the bar. But that is from Archie Gray. That is what you could get in abundance if you could just play in his natural role. And hopefully, we'll get some fullbacks in. Still no word, still no concrete links, still no bids here. We're on the 13th of January, still no left back, and I've got some news to break about the left back as well. We're going with what we've got. And look, the starting lineup today, I think it was good today. Bamford, obviously 2 goals in 2, was going to come on for this one. He's got 3 in 3 now. I'm ready for the Bamford people in there, but I've also got a Bamford stat for you guys as well. Gruev today, nice to see that Farke trusts him a bit more to start him in games. And I think that he can see now that apart from the Stoke game, I think Gruev has been fine overall. I don't think he's anything special, but I think he fits into what we need to do in the championship. I really do. Um, Nate, we aren't going to sign anyone. Lovely. Jason saying, great, added a few million to his value with that ball. He's just not keeping quiet, is he, Jason? It's hard to keep any of our players a secret. I've always said when you're in the Leeds United shirt and you play well, teams always notice you. I've got you started. I've got you ready. But yeah, he's always going to get noticed, and the more he plays, the more confident he is. He had a couple of iffy moments when he was defending today, but going forward, which we was doing most of the game, he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Lord Shigarav saying still not a Bamford fan, but I'm pleased he's proven us wrong for a few games. There's no proving wrong. And this Michael Brown here and KG, you were saying about Bamford 3 and 3, 2 assists, argue against him now. Well, listen, him and Furpo, I coupled them together because they're both pretty much the same to me. Their value will never be higher, but I know that this isn't a smart. I don't know it's going to happen. I just don't think people cash in on players when they're doing so well. But listen, they're in our starting lineup right now, and if they come out, just want to note this: no centre back. Obviously, we know the Creswell situation, which is crazy. But look at this bench. Not one centre back here. Not one. And there's a few here where you'd say, are these players even here for a promotion push? Would you have? I don't think Leicester City would have them. Oh, yeah, Nate. Congrats, Bamford is a championship player. Yeah, Michael Brown is a staunch Bamford FC guy. I don't think he's a Leeds fan. I think he's a Bamford fan. But I will also say this to Michael Brown and all the people that say stuff like that. Courtesy of LUFC data, Patrick Bamford has scored three consecutive appearances for Leeds for the first time since 2020, September. So you can't come at me. And if that's quality for you, then we've got different levels of what expectations of strikers should be. All right. But good for him. Listen, it's only benefiting Leeds United. So as long as he's scoring, cool. And that kind of goal today is brilliant. The one against Peterborough was actually awesome. But ones like today, that's your bread and butter as a striker. You should be in the right place at the right time to poach those goals, which he hasn't been doing. We're in 2024 now, people. and people are coming at me for Bamford. It's fine though. It's fine. I always expect that, but you know that around the corner we are just one little injury away from him sitting out multiple weeks, and that's what we've got to guard against, people. That's what we have to just look out for. But listen, brilliant for him to score again today. He did still miss a couple of chances, but when you score a goal, you have to you can let that go. If he was clinical like that 100 out of 100 times, he'd be playing for Man City, wouldn't he? But listen, good for him, and I hope he keeps it up as long as he's here. But listen, if you're serious about the 5 million, there's more evidence for you to pay. You know what I mean? And Darren here saying Bamford doing well, but never think we can depend on him. And that's where I am, Darren. This is a nice moment for him. It is really good, 3 goals in 3 appearances. But look at the gap. Good 4 years, man. People have, kids have now, toddlers have turned into, juniors and everything else like that, people. So, just pump the brakes, you know what I mean? Pump the brakes. But yeah, listen, the bench does need more beefing up, but we'll see what happens in the market, man. I wish we did have a signing to talk about, but we don't. Steve saying Cardiff are a very poor team. They're a shockingly poor opposition. Yeah, but that's what you get in the championship, people. And as long as we've got the quality that we've got, we should be more than okay against these kind of teams. But sometimes they will throw up a spanner in the works, like Preston. When they're really up for it, and we're probably not. I think that we didn't take any shortcuts today. I think the team were fully committed. They knew that we needed to right the wrongs of the last couple of away games, and they did that today. So full credit, seriously, full credit for them. This is not from LUFC data. This was before. Actually, it doesn't count the third one, does it? But he was instrumental in that third goal, by the way. Dan James, how quick he is. He's rapido. He's so quick on the break. But Dan James is having some season. He has now 15 goals and assists combined in this campaign. That's brilliant return from Dan James. Considering a lot of people didn't think he was going to do anything of note this season, that's brilliant from Dan. And I'm happy for him. At this level, Yeah, he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Dave here saying, "Hi, KG, we should have won this game 5 or 6 goals." Yeah, Dave, we should have, but I said earlier, and I'm maintaining it. I don't know if we're going to do that under Daniel Farke. I think that respect the opposition thing probably comes into it for him, because even when we were comfortably up at halftime, we should have really stepped on their necks in the second, but we always slow down, don't we? And that's by the manager's choice. Yeah. Dan James. Darren here saying Dan James causes the defenders to collide in panic. Yeah, marvelous. He's dangerous at this level. He's dangerous at this level. Defenders in this level, on the whole, are just, they're not the. I need to careful how I word this. In the Premier League, it's a different intelligence, isn't it? It's with the centre backs; they're more positionally aware. They're smarter with their surroundings. The awareness is on another level. Championship, it's more brute force and low blocks and everything else like that, especially up against quality. And Dan James is exploiting that this season. He's been brilliant. John Knox here saying 40,000 a week. We don't pocket watch here, John. We don't pocket watch. He can get what he wants. The club have decided to pay him as well. But I'll continue. And Bamford has done nothing for the past 3 years. Scores 3 goals in 3 games, and some fans love it all of a sudden. Hey, football's a fickle sport, isn't it, John? You know this. You can be great one week, and then the next week, if you have a stinker, you're the worst player in the world to some people. Some people are reactionary. That's the way it goes. Richard, I had it's good for the lad. Shame he didn't score those goals in the Premier when we needed them, and that's where I am, Richard. Yeah. Let's have a look. What else we saying? Desiree still not convinced by Farke. I've had so many comments, people, about Daniel Farke, messages and comments. There's just seems to be a lot. But does today quell anybody else's doubts about Daniel Farke, or is it still 50-50? I'm wondering for you guys. I'm at the moment, I'm just indifferent at this point in time. I need to see how this window ends before I judge it, because we've actually weakened the team rather than strengthened it this month, which is such a Leeds United thing to do. And it's he's in control of the transfers. He's made that public. So we shall see come the end of January. Bubba here saying CB's in the champ are positionally fragile. Yeah, most of them are just not that great. That's why they're in the championship. A couple super chats. Thank you. Radaby Leeds, so nice as a Welsh Leeds fan to beat Cardiff. I hope you enjoy that, and I hope if you go to work and there's Cardiff fans, they don't give you too much stick. Actually, they got to hold their heads down on this one. They have to hold that. Lord Sugargraph, for any Prem clubs watching, all our young talent were awful today. Go look at the 3 teams above us. Yeah, I wish it was like that. It's just the thing, isn't it? Always happens whenever we have a player, especially if they're young. They always get picked off us all the time, and other clubs can keep theirs forever. And I'm not even putting them in the same class, because I think Archie Gray's got a way higher ceiling. But you think of Will Hughes when he was a youngster at Derby, like he had a real high ceiling at the time. He was touted to go on to be the next big thing. Stayed at Derby forever, but we don't get that opportunity because it's Leeds United, and we're seen in more places. It's just like that. Ash here saying, in regards to Farke, to the question I asked, he's not the guy. He's not the guy if we go up to the Prem. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that, man. I'm completely with that. I don't trust him in the Prem. I'll be real with you. And this isn't me reactionary. Please, I do videos, so you can go back and see when Daniel Farke was appointed. I needed to see if he had learned from his past mistakes at Norwich. I don't think he's going to learn. I'll be real with you. And a lot again, people talk about Farke with the subs, even though the game was under control. I hear it all, people, but we've been over this how many games this season? Over 20 of them, probably, maybe nearly all of them. But yeah. Yeah, Max, again, Gruev getting a lot of love. Yeah, he deserves it today. And Joe Roden today in the first half in particular, I need to shout him out as well. What a brick wall. You know what I was thinking, people? I hope that they're not going to do that with us this month and say, we're signing Roden permanently this month, and that's your lot. No. That can't run. There's no point doing that, is there? We need fullback help. Quite honestly, we need fullback help. But I can just imagine, yeah, we've signed Joe Roden on a permanent deal. That would deplete probably nearly all the funds at this level. So, I hope that's not the play. Please, let me be wrong. Dave here saying Farke never brings on the subs. I don't trust him anymore. Lord have mercy. Man, we've won 3-0 today, people. but I do hear people. I do hear what people are saying. Um, Cookie here saying we need to keep the bandwagon going now. He means the momentum up. Yep, we finally won away. Let's do our thing. Farke, good for the championship. Premier League is another level. Yeah, yeah, it's a whole nother level for a lot of people. And Cookie, yeah, Cookie's right. I've said this many times. Just because you've had a good year in the championship, that does mean it means diddly squat in the Premier League. Absolutely, it means nothing. So yeah, yeah, I would revisit it, but I don't see it happening because there's for all the people that are saying that about Farke here, there'll be more that will say Farke gets us up, he deserves a chance. And that's the majority of the Leeds United fan base. It's more a passion merchant fan base rather than a, look into the future kind of one. It's more live in the moment now. So you won't get that. And I don't think the 49ers will do it anyway. I agree with somebody else who said it before on one of my streams. I think that it's going to be a case of him getting like 10 games in the Premier. If we go up, by the way, people, we get 10 games and then see what happens there, but we shall see, people. Yeah, Max, it's not sustainable. No center backs on the bench are not sustainable. It's not. It really isn't. So yeah, listen, let's get on with this because it was a good routine win. If you got anything else to say in regards to any of the players, I'll flag them up. But yeah, I'm not getting done by this name here. I'm going to call you Jazz. How about that? Junior Furpo still bags GNA even when he does not mean it. Hey, listen, your luck is created. You create your own luck. So yeah, listen, defensively, no. And I think he was looking a little hurt at the end. So, hopefully there's nothing long term there. I would still, he's doing well so far, but again, I'd sell high on him. I would sell high on him and get a more reliable left back. But speaking of which, hey, Segway King. The Josh Doig link is dead, people. It's done. We are not getting Josh Doig. We was linked with him. Fabrizio confirms, and this has been going on for the last couple of days, but Marseille have agreed the deal to sign Josh Doig from Verona. Final details being sorted. Personal terms are now 100% agreed. Doig expected to travel in the next few days for medical tests, and he's just saying Rangers were never linked. And that's a shame, man. I'd have loved to have got this guy in purely because he's somebody that could help us now and he could help us in the Premier League. He's one of those signings where I wouldn't worry about him signing permanently now because I think he would help us in the future. And it's proven he's going to Marseille, and good club, obviously, another, top league that he's going to. I respect it, man. He's going around the European leagues, man. He's picking up Infinity Stones. I respect that. He's a young man, so I imagine he's having a good time. But yeah, Josh Doig is not coming to Leeds United, so it's a case of who's the next left back that we're going to get, strongly linked to, and who's going to come in, really and truly. Yeah, Leeds saying aggressive January market is non-existent. Yeah, it usually is, but as Daniel Farke always says, we are not asleep. He says we're not asleep, but wake up because we still need bodies. You can't. I'm sorry, but any team going for promotion, and I'm not being horrible here, but to have Poveda, Gelhart, and Shackleton on the bench, nah, that doesn't cut it for me. That's depth, but it's not quality in depth. Sorry. Gruev getting a lot of love, man. I like it, man. I like it. Jim Farke is allergic to subs, man. Fuck, you'd never believe that we won this game 3-0, people. You never believe it, but I like it, man. Put all your thoughts and everything, of course, in the comments after the stream's done. We're not going to go too long today, people. Another one in regards to raising some funds is that Llorente's agent, and this is courtesy of just Santi Ona, Santi JFM. Let's go with that. Diego Llorente's agents asked Roma if it was possible to break the defender's loan. And people, don't worry, it's not to come back to Leeds and play. Don't worry about it. He wants to join PSG. And Roma are said to be okay with it, but they need to find a replacement for him first. So expect Llorente to possibly have his loan, recalled and then get a permanent move to PSG, which for him, that's a tremendous move. That's a tremendous move. So yeah, in terms of Llorente, hopefully then that will give us a few more funds to play with because we obviously need it with letting go of all the wages that we've done this month currently with Elland gone and Jed Spence returned. So we obviously need some funds somewhere, and this would be a nice little cash boost, wouldn't it? So expect Llorente to leave probably week 13th, next couple weeks. Um, Darren here, is PSG paying us 20 million for him? I don't think so, Darren. I don't think so. I wish they would, but I think it's going to be. I mean, what would you guess, people? Realistic. I know some of you are going to say a packet of Skittles and stuff. I'm talking realistic here. um, I would say, am I crazy for thinking maybe 8? Is that too high? Or do you guys think we could get some more for your intent? I guess we'll find out when the deal happens. Michael saying Ampadu grueling game for him today at CB, almost a rest. Yeah, and I got to say as well, I am liking seeing Ampadu with the captain's armband. He's always exuded leadership qualities for me, so it's just a natural look for him. Some people saying 12 for Llorente, 15. Ryan, of course, 150k with 10k add-ons. Tremendous. Oh my days. Oh my gosh. Darren here saying I'd be light with 10. Jack saying 5 to 6 million. Yeah. Lord Sugargraph, you think we can get back to 14? Was it 14 or 17? I don't see him paying 17. That would be lovely. It really would, but I don't see it happening. And Owen saying 10 million and Jack saying 8 million is too high. Oh, Cookie coming in with 3 mil. Oh my days. Well, we shall see. We shall see, right? So yeah, listen, today, let me just get let me click these off. While I'm getting the results up for today, please hit the like on the video if you haven't already. Really is the best way to help out the channel, so please do that for me. SJ, real good question. KG, did you see Marsh on the Simon Jones podcast? SJ, I did say I was going to watch it, but I'll be real with you. I opened it for a first couple minutes, and I actually don't dislike Jesse Marsh. I actually don't dislike him, but I could tell what kind of podcast it would be. And when I saw some of the sound bites come out after, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. So I knew we wasn't going to get anything interesting in that kind of conversation. So I haven't watched it, and I'm probably not going to. So there you go. I said I was going to try, but I didn't. Nate saying the podcast was good. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but it's just I could already hear there was no accountability, Nate. And you know me, you've been here long enough. If you're not going to be responsible, he was basically blaming everything else but him. And yeah, I can't have that, man. If you're going to look within and say this is what I could have done better, I'm all to hear that. I want to hear you see what you can improve on, but I didn't hear any of that in the clips that I heard. And yeah, I just want to move on for him anyway. Owen here saying maybe Creswell will be on an adventure to Roma. Imagine that. Charlie Creswell taking Llorente's place as a loanee at Roma. That is such a Leeds United thing to happen, though, isn't it, Owen? That I could imagine that happening, really and truly. Someone said that about me, really and truly. I've got to watch myself saying that. I didn't realize I said it that much. Let me just see here. Okay, here we are. I mean, obviously, the biggest result today was Coventry beating Leicester, and Leicester having one of their players sent off, and Leicester were actually ahead in that game. So you go, Leicester have lost the game, which is nice. But I tell you what isn't nice, though. Southampton keep trucking on 4-0. I mean, they dismantled Sheffield Wednesday today. I was watching that on another screen in the house. I just wanted to see how they were getting on, and they just dismantled them. That's 19 games unbeaten. We need to go on that kind of run, what Southampton are doing right now. It's incredible. Really and truly incredible. It's one of those. 14-14. Funny fans laughing at Llorente when he's had a good season in Serie A and could be playing Champions League knockout with PSG. It's just, you know what it is, 14-14. It's situations, isn't it? You suit one scenario situation, then another. It's like Eric Dyer. He's gone from the cold of Tottenham Hotspur to join Bayern Munich. So he could literally end this year possible Champions League winner and a Bundesliga winner. It's crazy how it works, isn't it? One man's trash is another man's, all that stuff. Michael here saying we don't want Southampton in the playoffs. Well, Michael, it may not be a thing. I know Ipswich are playing tonight, people, but Southampton currently occupy that second spot. And we're behind the joint second teams by 4 points. So although it was a good result today, it's just another 3 points. And we need to close that gap. We really do need to close that gap up. Southampton for me. I know, Lewis. I stopped myself on that one. Yeah, Chris here saying Saints are marching on. Ipswich will be in the playoffs. Yeah, and you know what? I think you know what the thing is though. It's I know a lot of people have said that don't they don't mind playing Ipswich in the playoffs, but it's completely different. We saw this. You know what? We're the perfect example. We beat Derby. We took care of them in that year, didn't we? In the league, it was easy, light work. Then it came to the playoffs, took care of them in game one, and then had that calamity in game two. The pressure's just different at this football club. I think we broke the thing, didn't we? The first team to win away from in the first leg and then lose the whole legs. I think we broke something like that. Doing what we did. But I can just imagine the pressure being a little bit higher for us in these games. I don't think it goes the exact same way that the league games have gone. Nate has said that we are going up automatically. Although the last time, Nate, I did ask you in the comments and you said via playoffs. So, but Nate is saying still don't count us out getting to the top two. Huge games coming up, and he's right. He's right. Listen, we got a revenge game against Preston next Sunday. That's our next league game. Got to get 3 points in that home game. Protect Elland Road, unbeaten there. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, Jason, we did. We had that calamity name, Kiko. We certainly did. But then there was other things in that game. I think that's remembered the most because that set the ball rolling for the absolute horror show that we saw in the second half. But you also had Berardi getting sent off needlessly as well. There was so many things in that game, and and then what was it? The Izzy Brown free kick. Oh, but I'm so glad I can laugh about that because I can tell you after that semi-final loss, guys, I was so down for the next 2 weeks. The only thing that kept me sane was knowing that we had Bielsa for the next season to do it again. But man, I was so gutted about that. So gutted. But it's nice to laugh about it now, isn't it? Even though we are now back into the same league that we're trying to get out of again. Crazy. Only Leeds United, man. Arson here saying a bold statement will catch Leicester. All right, Arson, man. Quick, put the drink down, man. Put the drink down. Jack here saying we need to destroy Preston. I want 5 or 6. But Jack, we must respect the opposition. We must respect them. We do not want to take the mick out of any of the opposition. But they will take the mick out of us. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, Jason. Is he to make history at the death? Can he do it? No, yeah. Just oh, if you don't laugh. So there you go. That is the updated table, people. That is the updated table. And yeah, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do for today. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow we've got something to talk about transfer wise, whether it's a real solid link or an actual signing. That would be the best thing because it's quite clear. Even though it was a good result today against a poor Cardiff team, we still need some more in there, don't we? We still need some more, especially on the bench. And just say, what happens if Bamford, goes down or Firpo goes down? It's not out of the realm of possibility. They've got form, so we shall see. Oh, that's horrible. Joe Mark saying that was a good Jesse Marsh impression. Oh man. Yeah, listen, my Farke one's not the best. No, my Jesse Marsh one's pretty good. Listen, guys. No, Liam Cooper's the best captain I've ever worked with. Why do you need to run down the wing? The goal's in the middle. You kick the ball in the goal and it's there. Why do you talk about the back post so much? It's crazy in England how you guys do that. Is that a bit better? Is that you like my Jesse Marsh? That one's pretty good, no? Yeah, I'm guessing people aren't having it. No. But listen, people, we shall end it here. And it's a good result today. And obviously, shout out to everyone in the chat. If you're watching the replay, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe, drop your comments of any thoughts today, and I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully, it's good news on transfers because we need them, people. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and Gladiators is back, people. Let's watch that.